Orji was a man deeply in love with his wife, Amarachi. Their union was the talk of the village. They seemed like the perfect couple. Orji was a strong, hardworking farmer, and Amarachi was known for her beauty and grace. The village elders often spoke of their marriage as a model for young couples to emulate. But as the saying goes, not everything that glitters is gold. In the quiet, serene village nestled among the hills and rivers, Orji and Amarachi's love story began like a folktale. Orji had courted Amarachi with persistence and charm, winning her heart with his tales of bravery and his promises of eternal love. They had a grand wedding, filled with music, dance, and the blessings of their ancestors. The entire village had celebrated their union, hoping that their love would bring forth many children and prosperity. However, as the moon waxed and waned, cracks began to appear in the foundation of their love. Orji's deep affection for Amarachi turned into an obsession, and his desire for her grew uncontrollable. Each night, Orji would come to their bed, filled with an insatiable lust that often left Amarachi feeling overwhelmed and bruised. His touch, once tender and loving, became rough and painful. Amarachi's pleas for gentleness fell on deaf ears, and each apology from Orji was followed by another night of manhandling. Amarachi's spirit began to wither. The sparkle in her eyes faded, replaced by a constant look of sorrow. She could not confide in anyone, not even her closest friends, for fear of bringing shame upon her husband and herself. The villagers, however, were not blind to her plight. They noticed the change in her demeanor, her frequent absences from social gatherings, and the way she avoided meeting their gazes. Orji, oblivious to the pain he was causing, continued with his behavior, believing that his actions were a sign of his love for Amarachi. He could not understand why she grew more distant with each passing day. In his mind, their love was as strong as ever, and he believed that Amarachi would eventually come to accept his passionate advances. But Amarachi's patience was wearing thin. She tried everything to dissuade Orji from his nightly assaults. She began to dress in ways that she thought would repel him, neglected her duties as a wife, and even took to sleeping in separate quarters. Yet, Orji always found a way to be with her, driven by an urge he could not control. Desperate and at her wit's end, Amarachi decided to confide in her best friend, Chika. Chika was a strong, independent woman who was not afraid to speak her mind. She listened to Amarachi's woes with a heavy heart and offered her an advice: leave Orji before he kills you. Chika believed that no woman deserved to be treated like a pet, to be manhandled and used against her will. Amarachi was torn. She loved Orji, but she could no longer endure the pain and humiliation. After much contemplation, she decided to heed Chika's advice. One night, while Orji was away on a hunting trip, Amarachi packed her belongings and left for her mother's village. She had instructed Chika to inform her husband that she would be returning and that he should not worry about her, and so, she left seeking solace and a chance to heal. As Amarachi settled into her mother's home, she felt a mixture of relief and sadness. She missed Orji deeply, but she knew she had made the right decision. Her mother, a wise and observant woman, noticed Amarachi's sadness and gently inquired about the cause. Amarachi, still too ashamed to reveal the truth, simply told her mother that she needed some time away to think. In the village, Orji was distraught. He wandered through his empty house, memories of Amarachi haunting him at every turn. He couldn't understand why she had left, and his heart ached with the loss. He tried to focus on his work, but his mind was always on Amarachi. The villagers, noticing his distress, whispered among themselves, wondering what had happened to the once happy couple. Chika, Amarachi's friend, watched Orji from a distance, her heart aching for him. She had always admired him from afar, but had never thought she would have the chance to be close to him. Seeing his pain, she decided to step in and help. She informed Orji that Amarachi had departed for her mother's village. Chika deceptively relayed a wrong message to Orji, she told him that Amarachi had informed her she had grown weary of the marriage, and that Orji should not make the effort to come search for her. Upon hearing this, Orji was saddened and spent the entire day in tears. Days passed. Orji tried to focus on his work, but his mind was always on Amarachi. The villagers, noticing his distress, whispered among themselves, wondering what had happened to the once happy couple. However, Chika made sure to put forth significant effort to help Orji move past the thoughts of Amarachi. Chika began visiting Orji on a daily basis, bringing him food and offering him comfort. Her presence became a source of solace for Orji, and he began to rely on her more and more. Chika suggested that Orji see a Igbo doctor, explaining that there might be a deeper issue causing his reckless approach to sex. At first, Orji was hesitant, but his desperation to find answers and his growing trust in Chika persuaded him to agree. They traveled to a neighboring village, where a renowned Igbo doctor resided. The Igbo doctor, an elderly man with a long white beard and kind eyes, listened to Orji's story with great attention. After a thorough examination and many questions, he concluded that Orji's behavior was a result of an imbalance in his brain, which caused his uncontrollable desires. The doctor reassured Orji that it was a condition that could be treated, but it would require time and dedication. He prescribed a regimen of herbal medicines and advised Orji to avoid any triggers that might exacerbate his condition. Chika vowed to help Orji stick to the treatment plan and offered to stay with him to ensure he took his medicines regularly. Orji, grateful for her support, accepted her offer. Back in Amarachi's mother's village, Amarachi began to find some peace. She spent her days helping her mother with household chores and engaging in community activities. The change of environment helped her heal, but she couldn't shake the feeling of sadness whenever she thought of Orji. She wondered if he missed her, if he regretted his actions, and if he was seeking help. Meanwhile, Chika's efforts began to bear fruit. Orji slowly started to regain control over his desires. The herbal medicines and Chika's unwavering support helped him calm his mind and body. He began to feel more like himself again, the darkness that had clouded his thoughts lifting gradually. One evening, as they sat by the fire, Orji turned to Chika with gratitude in his eyes. "I don't know what I would have done without you," he said softly. Chika smiled, her heart swelling with affection for him. "You are a strong man, Orji. You have faced your demons and are winning. I'm just here to support you." Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, and Orji began to see Chika in a new light. She had shown him kindness and compassion when he needed it most, and he found himself drawn to her more and more. As his condition improved, so did their relationship. One night, Orji and Chika shared a moment of intimacy that was gentle and loving. For the first time, Orji felt in control, able to give and receive love without the overpowering urges that had once consumed him. It was a turning point for him, a sign that he was truly healing. Orji and Chika became closer, and Chika began to spend the night at Orji's almost every day. One day, Chika discovered she was pregnant and broke the news to Orji. Orji was surprised and confused at the same time, not knowing what to say or do. "Let's get married," Chika suggested to Orji. Orji knew he wasn't ready for another marriage, but Chika persisted. Orji thought about how Amarachi had made up her mind and left their marriage without giving him a reason, and how she never cared to come check on him. Orji concluded that Chika was there for him when he was going through a difficult time, and, grateful for her unwavering support and love, he decided to marry her. They planned a simple ceremony, inviting only their closest friends and family. News of their impending marriage spread quickly through the village, reaching Amarachi in her mother's village. Hearing of Orji and Chika's union, Amarachi became furious. She never believed her husband Orji would be getting married to her best friend. Amarachi left her mother's village to come see things for herself. When she arrived at Orji's compound, she saw that the news was true. Orji welcomed Amarachi and narrated everything that had happened, Amarachi felt betrayed. She told Orji she never relayed such a message to her friend and that her husband was only being deceived into marrying her. Orji responded by telling Amarachi that Chika was pregnant for him and the fact that she had left their marriage without uttering a word to him, he was no longer ready to accept her back. Chika, on the other hand, knowing she had betrayed her friend, could not withstand Amarachi's gaze. Amarachi approached Chika furiously and demanded to know why she deceived her into leaving her marriage. Orji, not wanting any trouble, warned Amarachi to stay away and told her about how he planned to return her bride price on the next Eid market day. Amarachi felt a pang of regret. She realized too late that Orji had been suffering from a condition that could have been treated. She wondered if things might have been different had she stayed and supported him through his struggles. But she also knew that she had made the best decision she could at the time, given the circumstances. The news of Orji and Chika's marriage created a stir in the village. Some villagers were happy for Orji, believing that he deserved a second chance at happiness. Others, however, were critical, questioning Chika's motives and the speed at which the marriage was happening. Whispers and rumors spread, dividing the village into those who supported the new couple and those who felt Amarachi had been wronged. Among those who were critical was Amarachi's family. Her mother, in particular, was outraged when she heard the news. How could he marry another woman so quickly, she fumed. And Chika, of all people. She was supposed to be Amarachi's friend. Amarachi's siblings echoed their mother's sentiments, feeling betrayed by Chika's actions. Amarachi, on the other hand, was conflicted. While she felt hurt and betrayed, she also recognized that she had left Orji and given up on their marriage. She wondered if she had any right to feel this way. Her emotions were a tangled web of regret, sadness, and a lingering love for Orji. In the village, preparations for Orji and Chika's wedding continued despite the whispers. Chika remained steadfast, ignoring the gossip and focusing on her relationship with Orji. She believed that their love was strong enough to withstand any criticism. Orji, though aware of the village's divided opinion, chose to focus on his newfound happiness and his commitment to Chika. The day of the wedding arrived, and it was a beautiful, sunny day. The ceremony was held under a large baobab tree, a sacred place for the villagers. The elders performed the traditional rites, blessing the couple and invoking the spirits of their ancestors to watch over them. Orji and Chika exchanged vows, promising to love and support each other through thick and thin. As they stood hand in hand, Orji looked into Chika's eyes and felt a deep sense of gratitude. He realized that Chika had given him a second chance at life, helping him overcome his condition and find happiness again. Chika, too, felt a profound connection to Orji, knowing that their love was rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Despite the controversy, the wedding was a joyous occasion. Those who supported Orji and Chika celebrated with them, dancing and singing late into the night. The village's musicians played traditional songs, and the women prepared a feast of yam porridge, roasted plantains, and spiced goat meat. Laughter and music filled the air, creating a temporary respite from the tensions that had divided the village. Meanwhile, in her mother's village, Amarachi sat alone, grappling with her emotions. She had heard about the wedding and couldn't help but feel a deep sense of loss. She wondered if she had made the right decision in leaving Orji. Had she given up too soon? Could she have helped him through his struggles if she had stayed? Amarachi's mother noticed her daughter's sadness and sat down beside her. "My child, you did what you thought was best," she said gently. "You cannot change the past. Focus on your future and find happiness for yourself." Amarachi nodded, though her heart was still heavy. She knew her mother was right, but moving on seemed like an insurmountable task. She resolved to take things one day at a time, hoping that time would heal her wounds.